Welcome to Let's Play Creeper World. It was originally a flash game for websites. Well, the demo version was. The full game can also be purchased from Knucklecracker. The website, or the link to the website, is in the description. There is actually 2 sequels that have been made for it at this point, but I have only played the first one, so I cannot say a whole lot about the other games. But it is a game I've found I enjoy. It has a pretty good plot, and fun gameplay, and I'm just going to go ahead and get into it, so I'll quit rambling. Also, nice logo. That sound haunts me in my sleep. One minor detail, I have not found a way to, quote, reset my saves, so I just have to start from the first level and move from there. But still, it works. In the year 13,271, humankind had colonized thousands of worlds. They found none their equal as they spread into a fantastic and bountiful empire. At the height of their greatness, they walked amongst the stars as though they were gods. I love the music. But gods they were not. It fell from the sky without purpose or reason. 50 worlds fell on the first day. 500 billion lives were lost. World after world fell as man was routed from existence. Nothing could stop what came to be called the Creeper. Not to be confused with Minecraft creepers. This one doesn't explode. It wanted nothing. It could not be reasoned with. It seemed as though its only purpose was to undo all that man had done. But all was not yet lost. The last survivors of humanity had gathered at a world called Hope. Just under 50,000. Assembled by the visions of a crazed old man, the last of humankind marks its final hours. A great city has been built to house the 50,000 that survive. It will journey from world to world, never staying longer than it must. Guided by the path set by the old man, humanity's final journey has begun. And I think at that point I have to click the continue button. Okay, so this is the basic layout of the game. Well, the basic layout of the display. Commander, follow my instructions precisely. Time is critical. Odin City is in the center of your console. She is almost ready to launch. Click the collector button in the command bar. There is an arrow pointing you at the button. Now build it. You can pick where to build stuff. Now build the collector. Click the cancel button or hit spacebar to exit the build menu. Collectors produce energy. Each collector produces energy proportional to the green area around it. Always try to position collectors so they create the greatest total green area with the fewest collectors. Structures must be connected to Odin City to be operational. The collector you just built not only produces energy, it also connects a group of existing connectors to Odin City. Collectors, not connectors. You see it's over here upgrading. There are also some unfinished collectors to the east of Odin City. Since they are now connected to the city, they can be finished. Odin City will produce and deliver construction packets to these collectors. Reports indicate we have only minutes before the first wave of creeper arrives. We must act fast. Build a relay where I have indicated. Relays are long-distance sort of construction nodes. Relays create long-range connections, but only with other relays. They can be useful for spanning valleys or creating more direct paths in your base. Once the relays are complete, the 3 newly connected blasters will start to charge. The blasters were built earlier but have not yet fully armed. Let's wait for them to charge. Little red packets are ammunition. Also, due to the nature of this game, each video will likely encompass 1 level, unless a level just happens to be surprisingly short. There is 1 additional blaster just to the northeast of Odin City. Click it now. Now click where I've indicated to move the blaster. A key strategy for defending against the Creeper is to move and position your weapons wisely. The Creeper has arrived. This is it, Commander. Our blaster should hold off the Creeper just long enough for us to open the rift and get Odin City out of danger. This is Creeper over here. We need to power 3 rift totems in order to activate the rift. These 3 totems are in the upper right-hand corner of the map. They talk a lot. Click Odin City and flyer to the location I'll indicate. Once there, Odin City will supply rift packets to the totems. Once all 3 totems are charged, the totems will activate the rift. The creeper will destroy any building or unit it comes across. It's kind of blue acid. It's not really acid. For any Digimon fans, it's kind of like the D-Reaper. Just assume it wants to absorb everything. And those are rift totems over there. Each level has 3 rift totems that you, well, 3 or more rift totems that you have to activate to leave the level. At which case you kind of abandon the planet. And then afterwards you get this nice little graph. Hadn't figured out a great use for it, but it can be fun on longer levels to reminisce. And there's where you can do a high score thing. Excuse me, next planet. Rift complete. We have rifted to the next world. Now that our journey has begun, our goal is to leave each world as quickly as possible. On each world we visit, the creeper will be hunting us. It has destroyed thousands of worlds and won't hesitate to destroy the few of us that remain. Seems like there should be a pause there. Commander, I have some bad news. Our first rift jump has erased our databanks. We've lost valuable nanoschematics. As we visit new worlds, we will have to collect whatever technology we find to rebuild our databanks. Scanners indicate there is some small good news to report. There is a nanoschematic for building reloads at the bottom of your console. Yeah, right here. We need to collect this tech and then activate the rift totems. I recommend building 1 or 2 blasters and using them to push back the creeper that is heading this way from the south. Move your blasters forward slowly, a small jump at a time. Each time you jump, build collectors behind them to extend your network. Once you get the nanoschematic connected to our network, we will be able to build relays again. And once we can build relays, we can quickly build a network to connect and charge the totems. Now get busy, Commander. Our lives depend on you. I am going to be using the shortcut keys a lot for building. Just heads up. If you don't see me click down there in the heads up display, it's because I'm using the number keys. And then 6 is blasters. And these little blue spiky things right there are creeper emitters. They are, from the game world's perspective, basically meteors that ooze creeper. Though, a lot of times in this game you're just gonna end up kind of sitting and watching packets. And not the fun internet kind either. So, I just realized this game is going to be a little bit harder to make commentary for because most of it is literally just sitting and watching. It has a really good plot though, and I would definitely recommend it. I'm going to go ahead and start building some collectors up here though, since there's like literally no creeper in this region. Darn it. I find a diamond configuration to be quite efficient, and you'll often see me using that as such. You always be sure not to move too many guns at once, because it will let the creeper catch up a bit if suddenly all of the defenses move. Gonna go ahead and put a couple of blasters over here actually. So I hope the Facerig is actually working within some semblance of you know, decent frame rate. I figure it could be a fun little tool to use on certain videos. And if you see me look left or right, that's because I use 3 monitors on my computer, and the left monitor has the recording software, the right monitor has Facerig on it, So I'll often be glancing off randomly to more or less just look and make sure things are behaving as they should. Because goodness knows, things don't always behave as they should, especially when you take your eyes off of them. So tempted to move those blasters in closer, but it's a little too early for that. I really applaud them for the fluid physics they used in the game. I mean, not necessarily physics, but the way it behaves just really seems to work well. Fun fact, if you get if you can knock all the creeper away from an area, all it takes is a single blaster to keep a creeper emitter at bay. That's always an amusing little side note. Destroy. There we go. Relay tech now available. And from there I just do that. And then that pretty much finishes this level. So yeah, if the levels are short, I'll go ahead and put a couple levels onto a single video, because it'd be kind of a waste to break the videos up level by level when a level might take 5 minutes. But the later levels do get longer and more complicated. Some of which quite hilariously so. That's not a complaint, I really enjoy it. These little green blocks also, they're more or less tall walls that take time for the creeper to eat through. Like that one down there is slowly darkening as it's eaten away at, or absorbed. They're not quite clear what the creeper does with what it touches aside from destroying it. I assume that it's absorbing it like a giant amoeba. Interesting note about the development. The reason that the designers chose blue for the creeper, they actually, in the beta stage, the creeper was bright red. They decided that blue complemented or contrasted the desolate landscapes best. It's that fact is actually on the frequently asked questions page of the Knucklecracker website. It's one of their most commonly asked questions. Green was one possibility, but as you see, the collectors have a green aura around them, so that would have really confused things. Red's always nice. I don't know, something about blue just really fits. I mean, I definitely like it. Okay, we're waiting on these green packets right here. Fly, little packets, fly. There we go. And away we go. An entire flying city. I love watching that part. The power flickers as you move towards your destination. I do feel kind of bad for leaving all that stuff behind, but the creeper will absorb it. I do not need to do a high score. Third level. The old man gave us the coordinates for each of these worlds. The gods only know where he got them. But he is the only reason we've survived long enough to build Odin City in the first place, so we owe him the benefit of the doubt. Plus, what other choice do we really have anyway? Commander, there is a nanoschematic for energy storage on this world. Build out a base and collect this as the first order of business. Energy storage will allow you to construct storage pods that will buffer the energy our collectors produce. This can be useful when you need to build or arm lots of things at the same time. AKA, this little energy bar here will go higher than 20. Also, Commander, be mindful of your energy consumptions at all times. Watch the red starvation indicator on the lower right of your command bar. If this is very large, you are building too many things or powering too many things at once. Either fall back or build more energy collectors. The second bar is collection, the rate at which you draw in energy. Depletion is the rate you're using energy, and starvation goes up if you're using more than you're bringing in. Each packet sent out basically uses 1 unit of energy. Let's see. I'm actually trying not to be quite so OCD about my collector placement. I usually get kind of a little finicky about putting them perfectly everywhere all the time. Let's see, yeah, it's gonna overflow long before I reach this point, but if it doesn't, I'll be very well prepared. It should actually have to fill up this area. Also, the elevation grid right here shows you how high a specific piece of land is and the creeper in relation to it. It's really hard to see it at the moment because the creeper's thin. Energy storage tech. It takes 20 units to make one storage, but then again the storage increases your energy by 20, so... Really? I thought the left area was being constructed. Okay, there we go. See, I'm sending out more than I'm producing, so the energy storage number is going down. But it's going down to produce energy storage, energy production, so... short-term loss, long-term investment. Just randomly putting collectors everywhere. Okay. I'd like to get a blaster here and here. Let's see if I can... There we go. That'll work. It's a little messy, but it'll work. The key point being to get it built before this manages to overflow. Which that blaster there guarantees the right is safe. You know, the irony, it's such a simplistic looking game, but it's surprisingly easy to become immersed in it and like just really get into it. Having Facerig up there is really amusing. Enjoy it, because that's, at least for now, the closest you're going to get to seeing my actual face. I'm very shy. I'm shy. Just leave it at that. I got one of the rift totems. I keep looking around for no good reason. I just glance from monitor to monitor. Okay, so we've almost got that finished, and once these two right here are finished, I'll be able to just throw a relay down there. Good. That'll work. It's almost there anyway. And it's sending energy there. Go ahead and build a relay here. And 3, 2, 1. I haven't built a single energy relay yet either. I mean energy storage. That's unusual for me. I usually build a lot of those things. I like having lots of energy storage. There we go. Now the creeper in here should start to pull back because it'll behave fluidly. As the creeper here is lessened, this will pull back in relation to it. You never have disconnected pools of creeper that just, I mean, unless they're put there in map generation. the creeper doesn't separate from itself. It pulls back cohesively. You go ahead and move that to there. Move that to there. Because why not? It's gonna finish doing that before I even manage to move the turret. And there goes the power. And that's the 20-minute mark, so I'm gonna go ahead and call this one here, and I will see y'all next time.